Hello people of YouTube, I am the Zombicutioner and welcome back to another part in my zombie project. We will be going over the Everything You Need to Know About Zombies series today. Today's episode will focus mainly on who was Dr. Edward Richtofen. Now I'm not going to keep you guys waiting any longer because this is a really great topic, so let's get right into this video. Now, Edward Richtofen actually wasn't based off a real life person. He's actually based off of an idea of deranged scientists looking for power, because in this time, Germany had these scientists that were crazy who would perform operations on twins and other people that were unhuman. They were unearthly what they could do. And so this is why they created Richtofen. He isn't specified to be created by one certain person, but you can see how the derangement of all these German scientists putting together could really resemble the background of Edward Richtofen. Beware of the Doctor, written across many walls that were owned by the Axis powers. This doctor was in fact Dr. Edward Richtofen, or better known by many as the Butcher. This man was and still is a sociopath who didn't know the difference between natural death and murder. Major General Dr. Edward Richtofen studied at Heidelberg University, and it was here he found a man whom would be a mentor and father figure to him. Ludwig Maxis saw the effects of Richtofen's parents' passing and took him under his wing, as he knew Richtofen's knowledge was far greater than he'd ever know. Now, Richtofen had many successes and creations in the Group 935, the most being the mastering of teleportation. However, because of this, he knew the true power he possessed and locked Maxis and his daughter Samantha in a teleporter test with the first Hellhound, or Fluffy. However, after being separated from his daughter and starting to feel the effects from element 115, Richtofen began surgery on Dr. Ludwig Maxis to preserve his knowledge and put him in a Maxistron to ultimately save Samantha, which we find in Origins when we do the Easter egg, because his daughter was trapped in Agartha. Note, I'll go into more detail into this on a later episode. However, after other powerful countries had heard what Germany was unearthing at excavation site 64 in France, they sent high-ranking officials from Japan, Russia, and America, also known as Takeo Nasaki, Nikolai Belinsky, and Tank Dempsey, to capture Richtofen and stop Group 935 from the evils they could begin to harvest, thus the meeting of the original four. After finally finding Richtofen in a room operating on Dr. Maxis, they began to be overwhelmed by the zombies, and thus their travels together began. After acquiring the Focus Stone and completing the Moon Easter egg, where Earth is planned to be blown up, Richtofen contacts one of the only remaining humans. This man was known as Samuel Stuhlinger. Here, he tried to get him and his crew to perform a certain amount of tasks to make Richtofen the most powerful person and ultimately control Earth. Today, Richtofen is back at Dries to make tomorrow a better place, as instructed by Samantha. When Richtofen finally got contact of Stuhlinger, he instructed him and his crew to do a series of tasks to make Richtofen more powerful and ultimately control the Earth. But in the buried Easter egg, there is no winning, because ultimately, no matter what Easter egg you complete, you lose. Thus, Samantha instructs the crew to go back to Dries after completing the Origins Easter egg, which was released after Buried. She instructs them to go back to Dries so they can right their wrongs, which is why you see the Origins characters at Dries, and that was so stunning to people. But that's how the storyline connects in, and that's the story of Edward Richtofen. So if you guys did enjoy this episode, be sure to like and comment down below, maybe even subscribe and tell a friend. I'm doing this channel for you guys, for my personal enjoyment, and it means a lot. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to drop the comments down below like I said, or tweet me on Twitter. I'll leave that link down in the description. Thank you guys for watching.